Yeah, man.
Bro been saying some wild shit today. Yeah, you wilding today. This your episode today. You
definitely not my
bro out of pocket today.
episode. This is your episode.
Yeah, this your episode today. This is what we gonna do. Because bro been saying
and
the
I did
wildest
not
of the
want
wild.
this to be my episode. I'm
This
like,
it,
yeah,
though.
I'm finna just
This
be
it
like,
though. You ain't did and then did shit.
hold on.
Listen to this.
Speaking of men's feelings, somebody said something about feelings. I got a question.
What?
I'm gonna change the pace a little bit.
Yeah. Because you got a hard out at 4 pause. And it's
Yeah,
3:30.
we should be good, Paul. Okay. So one of my homies was like, yo, he asked women, would they rather be cared for or valued? And he said a majority of them said valued, right? Cool. So then he was like, they asked him the same question. Would he rather be cared for or valued? Let me ask y'all this question, each one of y'all. Would y'all, when as it pertains to women, opposite sex,
Yeah.
your partner, would you rather be cared for or valued?
I'm okay. So when you say value,
How
I'm thinking valued in my mind.
Yeah.
Care, because when I think of care for, I mean like needing somebody to take care of you. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking in my mind.
Yeah, that's what I would get out of
Need
that.
nobody to take care of
Right.
So you say the same thing, value?
Yeah, I don't need you to take care of me. I'm gonna go make my own money and take care of my own
Right.
self. I don't want to be no grown ass man with nobody taking care of me. I don't rock like that.
Yeah. I said the same thing when he asked me that when we were talking about, because the reason why we brought that up is somebody put up, like, you know, the meme, like only people that are loved unconditionally is women, children, and animals, and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So that's how this conversation came up. So I had the same answer. I'm like, value. So he was like, he said cared for. I'm like, what do you need to be cared for?
Right.
He actually had a good answer. So he said, he was like, it's good to be valued, but when that's all you are, people only view you in the lens of how they benefit from you, right? And when that's no longer a benefit, they gone. But when somebody cares for you, that means that somebody's thinking about you, checking in on you, and making sure you're straight. So that's his definition of being cared for.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess
If that's his definition, then yeah.
but you can actually
Get those things if you're valued.
Yeah.
You could get that if you're valued. If somebody valued, they're gonna check in on you. They're gonna call you and do certain things. You're valued to them. That means you're important to them.
I look at
Right?
values like somebody say I appreciate it, right? Like
yeah.
That's
you,
yeah.
you do all this shit and show up a certain way, and I really appreciate you for
Yeah.
that.
Or
But that don't mean that
I think value.
that
more
don't
than
that don't mean that when you come in from doing all that shit, they gonna say, "How was your day?" And I mean, let me run your bath. That's caring, right? Like, let me run your bath. Let me make sure this is hit. Let me rub your shoulders.
But I
I don't
think
know.
they kind of more.
That go the same. It's hand in hand.
So what is care for then? Like what
care? Honestly, care for. I feel like care for is like
Taking care of you.
taking care of you.
Yeah, like financially or something.
and not even necessarily financially, but you know, to make sure that your bath is ran and all of that, do the shit that you like. But it also fall in value. Like
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It's-
how would
it's
you
like
define
value
it?
and then care for you? I would define value with the when it comes to personal relationships with care.
I agree with that point.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So you saying they one and the same?
Yeah, I think so. They synonymous.
Yeah.
They synonymous to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And to so with his point being, once they don't see the value in you, they won't fuck with you no more. Well, once they don't see the value in you, they won't care.
Ain't no man, you're right.
So if they the same
Facts.
thing, you couldn't say care is the same as value though.
No, on what aspect though? Because people use value in a lot of different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So if you was in a relationship, put an action behind each one, right? So let's say you a guy in a relationship, you got a girl. You don't have to use your real girl, but how would you say a woman could value you? And then give me an example of what she could do to let's just use value first.
Okay.
Value. What does that look like?
Paying attention, to what I like and making sure it get done. That's how
Okay.
you can value me.
Yeah.
So her way of showing what I'm asking is like, okay, so you do so much for this woman, or you show up as a man the way she wants you to show up.
Yeah.
Her showing you she values what you do for her in your relationship would be to do what? Or how can she show that?
To reciprocate, show appreciation. Like, pay attention to me
Yeah.
and what I like and do that.
So what would care look like then?
Paying attention to me and what I like and doing that. Like, because you care about how I feel about certain shit. You care about what I like.
Yeah. My
it
opinions, all that.
Yeah, it falls in the same
Rim.
Yeah.
I just see value like I see value so because I feel like care is an action and value is an emotion. Like I feel like if I do something and somebody say thank you, I appreciate, because that's what I look for when somebody acknowledge what the fuck I do. I don't want to have to ever say it, right?
Right.
But I want to know that you know how hard I'm going or what I'm doing for our relationship.
Right.
So that's what I like when I hear like value, that is what I expect, right? Like, so like if I'm trying to not use too much personal shit, but so let's say we are married.
Yeah.
And I go work, pay bills, contribute to the household, and I do all the doctor's appointments for my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I take them to all their sports shit. All these different things, and I don't hang out with my friends. I don't play golf. I just commit to all of this shit.
Right.
Right. If for me, I want to be acknowledged for that because a lot of people are like, well, you're the daddy, you're supposed to do that, or you're the husband, you're supposed to do that. It's like I'm responsible for some of it, right? It's everything's supposed to get done,
right?
You know what I mean? I don't mean I'm supposed to do everything,
right.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing everything, for me, it's like, Terrence, I know how hard you go for our family. We truly love and appreciate you. I always tell everybody that you're the greatest thing. You're the greatest thing since sliced bread for me. I left you a note this morning saying, hey, thank you. Me and the kids can't do this without you. Blah, 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 blah. Right? That's value.
Mm-hmm.
Care is, hey, Terrence, I hired some people to mow the lawn this day. Go play golf when you come home. I got your favorite meal. I'm gonna give you a massage. The kids gonna go somewhere else. I'm topping you off for 5 hours. You know what I mean? Like a massage.
Right.
That's caring for. Like, hey, I want you to tell me about your day. I want you to tell me about this. What's on your mind? Da 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 da.
But bro,
that's care to me.
But bro, you
care is, hey, Terrence, I hired some people to mow the lawn this day. Go play golf when you come home. I got your favorite meal. I'm gonna give you a massage. The kids gonna go somewhere else. I'm topping you off for 5 hours. You know what I mean? Like a massage.
Right.
That's caring for. Like, hey, I want you to tell me about your day. I want you to tell me about this. What's on your mind? Da 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 da.
But bro,
that's care to me.
But bro, you don't think you can get all that if somebody value you?
Right,
that goes all of that goes go hand in hand, bro.
It don't.
Yes, it does.
Not necessarily.
It does. If
Not
you in a strong
necessarily.
relationship, that all of that goes together.
That means
bro.
you're getting valued and care, but they two different things.
I can't see that. I can't see that.
That's my definition.
One is acknowledgement. Like that's
right.
You're acknowledging,
right?
But you're both of them. You're putting forth the same action,
right?
Like the only difference is one you're verbally putting forth the action. The other one you're physically
you're right.
Action.
That's literally how I define it. One is verbal acknowledgement, right? Hey, I appreciate you. Da da da. Like I value you.
Yeah.
And one is I'm actually showing you, right? Which is the care, right? Like, because a lot of times from my experiences and people that I know, and a lot of men, the world might give them value, like say, hey, you're doing a great job as a dad. You're gonna get a lot of this next week for Father's Day from people. Oh, I have the greatest
Right.
baby daddy, the greatest partner who's a dad and a husband or whatever. But a lot of them don't care. Why you think niggas kill themselves all the time? Like, this is male suicide so high.
I don't think it be just off of
Don't
that.
nobody
though,
be, but that's part of it. Don't nobody be giving a fuck.
But bro,
Don't nobody be caring for these guys.
But T,
How oftentimes do they partners even say, yo, what? A lot of times motherfucker walk in the house and getting yelled at.
But
Right?
T,
Like,
this is the thing, bro. To have if you're with someone for a long time and you're in a successful relationship, you're gonna get all of that you said. You're gonna get both.
Yeah.
Both has to be in the
because you're
relationship.
in a long-term relationship.
Yeah, both of them has to be there, or we're not gonna make it this long.
Right.
You can't just give one and don't give the other. It has to be both in a relationship. On the man's side to the woman, and on the woman's side to the man. It
Yeah,
has
in
to
a
go that way.
In a perfect scenario, but the question we have is, which one do y'all think is more important to y'all? That's the question.
I
Y'all
still,
saying it's the same thing.
I still,
feel like
it
it's the same
is
thing.
to me. I wouldn't look at she's gonna say, hey,
Y'all
yeah, and
look
I
at-
appreciate what
I
you
feel like y'all
appreciate what you
looking-
do for me and the kids. I get those
But-
messages all the time.
But that's like, if y'all ask me, like, Terrence, which one you like more, ass and titties, and I say I like both. I'm asking y'all a specific question. Which one would you
But
rather
you're asking
have?
us specific questions about things that are synonymous with
But
each
we
other.
both just said one is a
Titties
verbal
and
and
ass
work.
ain't-
But we
titties and
both
ass.
said one is verbal and one is action.
But value is
so that's
action
the
too.
question,
'Cause if
though.
you pop up with if
All I gotta do is answer the
if
question.
my
It's like the Gucci Mane thing.
but that
answer
ain't
the question.
There is no answer to the
You out of
question.
you out of
The answer
pocket.
is they're the same.
Right,
If
you
we
out of
just-
pocket.
hold
We
on,
literally
wait,
just said
hold
they
on.
was different. One's
Hold on.
verbal and one's action. Now you saying it's the
First
same.
of all, I didn't say they were different. I say that you're
You said one is
explaining-
verbal and one is action,
You
so it's
explained
different.
you explained two different things. You
Right.
explained an action with care. You explained verbally with value.
Right.
Now, value and care, what you're saying is the same shit. Wait,
But
hold
you
on.
literally
hold
said
on.
care couldn't be valued. So how
I
did it
didn't
sound?
say care couldn't be value.
Okay.
What I said was care and action. That what you're saying to me, they're the same. I said value runs under care
Ass
because you
and titty
can't.
the
Because
same
if
as
you're
nigga.
valuing a person, you have to care for them.
Yes.
Period.
You ain't gonna even
If
be
you-
able to
if you're
value
doing-
somebody
if
you don't
if
care
if
about.
You're doing if you
That's not true.
You can
you-
value
wait,
somebody you don't care about.
Wait, you can value somebody you don't care about.
How?
We talking in relationship terms.
All right.
You can value somebody you don't care about.
Yeah. What
How?
the fuck? If I'm in a relationship, what the fuck you mean? If I'm in a relationship,
Explain that.
T, explain that, bro.
you just said how can you? I can value the nigga who come cut my grass. I don't give a fuck if he get hit by a bus tomorrow.
But we talking about a relationship.
we talking in relationship.
if you
form,
in a
bro.
relationship, what the fuck you mean?
You
How can
have
you-
to.
how
You
can you
can't
not
be with
care
her and
about
no
somebody
value
that
her.
you
And
value?
you have to do both.
I said care for them, not care about
Same
them.
thing.
It's not
Okay.
T, wow.
You, in a relationship,
Nigga,
it's
I
impossible
didn't
to
been cook-
verify.
I didn't been in relationships. I'll reverse it
Right.
and say and put myself as the bad guy.
Okay.
I've been in relationships with a woman who showed up to my job,
Uh-huh.
did all this, brought me lunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking did everything in the bedroom that I wanted to do.
Uh-huh.
Kept herself for all the shit that I like.
Yeah.
And I would tell her all the time how amazing shit that she is, and I appreciate it.
Right.
I never ran her no fucking bath water. I never fucking got her on
That
the
doesn't-
side.
that's not every. That's
That
not
ain't-
everything.
I showed my appreciation for her, but I didn't care for her. That's the definition. So now niggas acting like they
Wait,
don't
no,
know
no,
what.
So you just
No,
saying
no,
running
no.
the bath
Wait,
water and stuff is the only way you could
because
care?
because you
No,
didn't
that's
reciprocate.
my
No, wait,
definition of what caring for someone
because
is.
you didn't reciprocate what she did to for
No.
you.
I didn't say
I'm-
she did that. I said she showed up to my job. I didn't say,
No,
hey, I showed up to us.
I'm asking you a
I'm
question.
saying, what?
Because she didn't reciprocate. Because
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because you didn't reciprocate what she did for you. That means you didn't care for her.
No, I show appreciation and value for
How?
her, but I didn't
How?
care for
because
her.
you said thanks. Was
Because
that
I said I appreciate everything she
right?
did for
You
me.
told her, so you took the action.
I let her know I valued her.
right,
I didn't show it though.
but you let her know. Okay, so you did.
We're going back to the same shit. Verbal versus action. Like,
Right.
y'all trying to make this shit more deep
No,
than it gotta
I
be.
think- I think
the
you
simple
are.
question.
I
The
think you
simple
are.
question is,
You ain't letting them explain what he
we
said. though.
explained it like 4
Exactly.
times already.
So you don't understand.
Go ahead. I know what you saying.
What am I saying?
I know, go ahead.
No, what
Now,
am I
what is he
saying?
saying?
You saying it's the same thing as what you saying. You saying Because you didn't show the same emotion to her that she showed to you. You wasn't caring for her. I'm not stupid, my nigga. I know what you're saying.
No, I'm asking you, is that what your
No, I didn't say shit about doing the same thing. I didn't ever say she ran a bad for me. I said she did things that she knew that I liked.
Right.
And
I didn't say nothing about her caring and appreciation. I'm saying my act
that she cared, that she liked.
that would show that I cared to her. That's what she verbalized to me.
Right.
And those are the things I didn't do.
So you
I
got
told her
her
all the time, I appreciate you, da 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 da. Everybody know I love her to death, but I wasn't doing those things to show that she cared. I didn't listen and help
does
her
that
with
mean
her
that you don't
business.
care for her?
I didn't show care. I
Because
didn't
you didn't
say,
show it. Does that mean you
but
don't?
that's not the question,
That's what I'm
bro.
asking. That's why I'm
I
asking the
said
question.
this 4 times already.
You're not answering my question. though.
What's the question? I
That-
answered this question right after he asked, then he said I ain't answered his question.
Does that mean that you don't? Because you don't
That's
show
not
it.
the question, though.
No,
the question is caring for
I'm
someone.
not asking you a question.
So
I'm
why we
asking mine.
switching to another subject? We ain't
I'm not
answering
switching the
first
subject
question.
because you brought this up.
Yes.
You talking about something else, though.
What am I? How?
You talking
we're
about me
the
caring
scenario.
about her. I'm talking
Ain't that what you
caring
were talking about?
for someone. No, caring for someone, not caring about them. Maybe
What's the
that's
difference?
why we on two different
Explain the difference
pages.
to me. Explain the
Showing
difference to me.
care for someone versus
You talking about showing care for someone?
Yes.
And caring for someone.
yes.
So you said those
No, no,
are
no.
two different things.
No, you're talking about caring about someone, and I'm talking about caring for someone. Maybe
I'm
maybe
referring-
I should have defined what
Right,
I
yeah,
felt like each one, but I thought I did that along the way already. No,
No,
you
one
did
is
that on the way though.
okay. Rewind this shit back and have me telling y'all 8 times.
you said
one is verbal and one is
No,
actionable.
But we're talking about value versus care. We're not talking about care versus care for. That's two different things.
My nigga, I'm not
different things.
talking about care. Value is
You just
verbal.
said that.
Rewind.
This is what you just
Make
said.
sure you rewind this back
I
because
will.
I said it
We
at
will.
least
He
4
will.
times.
We will.
I
We
can't
will.
fucking wait.
I
I
can't
said
wait.
it at least 4 times. I said it verbally, verbatim.
Right.
I said I see value as more of a verbal appreciation, and I see care as actionable. Then you said,
no.
I feel you. That's what you said. Now you said,
I said that.
Never said that to me
No,
before.
I
Like,
said
come
that.
on,
You
man.
didn't say that. I gave you.
I said you. I just said you said it. I changed the voice to your voice.
I just should get back to
I just said that with you, nigga. That's your voice, nigga. What we talking about?
I'm trying to
Just answer the question.
I've answered the
I
question.
feel like the
But you
Gucci
can't
Man
answer mine.
episode. Answer the question.
and you lost. You just doing a lot of yelling. That's all. You
Now
just doing a
fill
lot.
up as name the
You just
song
doing a
and
lot of
answer
yelling,
the
bro.
questions, though.
Just like the Gucci
Yeah,
Man.
that's like that. He did a whole lot of yelling that was wrong.
Let me rephrase.
You did a whole
Would
lot of
y'all
yelling.
Would y'all rather have verbal appreciation or somebody doing things to show you they appreciate you? How about that? Let me fucking get it down
It don't
to
matter.
minimal level.
Yeah, there you go. Do that.
Niggas gonna be like,
Because you're different.
you gonna give me a great ass answer and be like, I can go either way.
That ain't
Get
great.
outta here,
you
man.
No, you gave us 2 examples that meant the same damn thing.
You like ass and titties? I'm more of an ab man. She got a strong core. Fuck out of here, man. These guys on, man. Answer the fucking question.
Hey, man,
No,
listen.
first ask the right question.
Right, and
That's the question.
Explain
It's
what
funny how he asked me and I knew right away what it meant.
But you
What?
didn't know.
when I
But you
fucking
didn't.
read this
But you
shit,
didn't.
and I read what the nigga said. The nigga said, hold on, let me go pull this shit up. Now I gotta go sliding through this fucking messages and shit. I even said what the nigga defined it as. I can't wait for him to rewind this shit.
Yeah.
He was like, it's good to be valued, but when that's all you are, people only view you in the lens of how they benefit from you, right? And when that's no longer a benefit, they gone. But when somebody cares for you, that means that somebody's thinking about you, checking in on you, and making sure you're straight. So that's his definition of being cared for.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess
If that's his definition, then yeah.
But you can actually
Get those things if you're valued.
Yeah.
You could get that if you're valued.
Don't fuck it
I
up,
can't-
neither.
No, no.
I
Send me
can't
a
wait
copy
till
of
I
the
can't wait
original.
till the people see
I can't
how
wait.
he yelling and he's wrong. I can't wait.
I always say I'm wrong.
I can't wait. They gonna be like, man, bro did all that yelling and was dead wrong. They gonna be like, oh,
Answer
he
the,
always
ain't
do
nothing to
that.
be wrong. Answer the question.
He
But we
always
did
do-
answer the
the
question.
question was
based off-
answered.
Based off of how you gave us
They
the
didn't
question.
answer the
We answered your
question.
question based off of how you gave it to us.
No.
Now, if you didn't understand our answer,
Right.
you should have defined your question.
Or we didn't answer the way you wanted us to answer.
Put these videos
But
together.
listen,
Me
but check
reading
it out,
this
D.
shit twice.
But check it out, D. He had context because he was having conversation with a person.
Yeah.
We didn't have this context because this
Nigga,
question
it's
came
3
out.
messages.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
read the messages. It wasn't no previous messages. It was the messages. That was it.
My other question is, why are you having intimate conversations with niggas over DM?
It's my homie. That's my homie.
And I bet y'all sent hearts to each other when y'all
Three
was done.
messages.
We was replying to a meme online.
Did y'all send hearts though then?
No, exclamations.
It was a lot of hearts on
He
there. Bro,
said-
I love you.
He said
What'd he say?
the original shit was he asked women, would they rather be valued or cared for?
Uh-huh.
Original question.
Okay.
Not cared
And
about.
I remember us saying value though when we first
Quick
answered.
question. Before you go any further,
Like, how can you?
Explain
Why would we
your-
even have to have a
No, no, no.
conversation about somebody
Explain-
caring for it? Like
explain-
caring about somebody they with. That's common sense.
so it's this question. But explain your difference of cared for because you said
Not
all
common
you
sense.
said-
Y'all
you
motherfuckers said the same
no,
thing. It's
wait,
not a
hold on.
question at all. Then
No, hold on. Exactly. You said the confusion came in when we assumed you were saying care about versus cared for.
well, I read
Am I
y'all the situation though.
Am I right though? Are you saying we were saying care about versus care for? Is that
They
correct?
they asked,
Answer the question.
and I
Yeah.
said,
Tell me
"What?
answer
What's the question?"
Now the
bro?
question is,
Now,
Care-
now when I
care-
don't want to answer questions,
care-
now
care-
it's like, yo, bro.
I answered the question.
Go ahead, go ahead.
The question is, what's your definition versus cared about versus cared?
I'm just gonna read his message. I already gave you a
No,
definition.
you didn't. No, you didn't.
One is physical and one is verbal.
Wait,
We said
so
this
care-
10 times now.
No, we said that about value versus care for. So
What are you asking me, bro? Now I'm not listening.
You ain't
I
on
don't
because you
understand
just
what
yelling,
Now you
bro.
know the
Because why are we talking about anything but the whole fucking thing
Because
where
you
we
brought it
having a
up. Because
conversation?
you brought it up.
You brought up.
No, you
care,
said
you brought that
said
shit
cared
up.
For. You said you brought up cared for.
Yes.
versus cared about.
You brought up cared about.
Okay, now that's my question because that's where the confusion could be happening.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking your definition for care for
I
versus
said
cared
that
about.
too.
is
I said
different.
we on the different pages.
I asked you what your definition and you refused to answer.
Don't care or value these
Listen,
niggas, man.
Every
How about that?
Everybody, when y'all watch this episode, you'll see we have the angry man, which is known as Terrence. He's yelled the whole episode. Bless his heart.
Swear I was
This has been another epic episode of FNF Facts Never Feelings.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all subscribe.
Yes,
Hit
sir.
the like button. The poll ain't gonna say
Yeah.
value for a care. The poll gonna say, can you answer the fucking question?
I can't wait for him to rewind this shit. Would you rather be cared for or valued?
I'm thinking valued in my mind.
Yeah.
Care, because when I think of care for, I mean like needing somebody to take care of you. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking in my mind.
Yeah, that's what I would get
I
out
don't
of
need
that.
nobody to take care of you.
Right.
So you say the same thing, value.
Yeah, I don't want you to. I don't need you to take care of me. I'm gonna go make my own money and take care of my own
Right.
self. I don't want to be no grown ass man with nobody taking care of me. I don't rock like that.
Yeah. I can't wait for him to rewind this shit. I had the same answer. I'm like, value. I can't wait for him to rewind this shit.
Once they don't see the value in you, they won't care.
Ain't no man,
So,
I agree with that.
So you saying they one and the same?
yeah, I think so. They synonymous.
Yeah.
They synonymous to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And-
Verbatim.
right.
I said I see value as more of a verbal appreciation and I see care as actionable. I can't wait for him to rewind this shit. Terrence, I know how hard you go for our family. We truly love and appreciate you. I always tell everybody that you're the greatest thing. You're the greatest thing since sliced bread for me. I left you a note this morning saying, hey, thank you. Me and the kids can't do this without you. Blah, 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 blah. Right? That's value.
Mhm.
Care is, hey, Terrence, I hired some people to mow the lawn this day. Go play golf when you come home. I got your favorite meal. I'm gonna give you a massage. The kids gonna go somewhere else. I'm topping you off for 5 hours. You know what I mean?
Massage.
Like a massage.
Right. 'Cause you already
That's
said it's
caring
bad,
for.
man.
Like, hey, I want you to tell me about your day. I want you to tell me about this. What's on your mind? Da 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 da.
But bro,
That's care to me.
But bro, you don't think you can get all that if somebody value you?
Right, yeah,
that
because
goes all of that goes
can't
that go
give you
hand in
that
hand, bro.
I can't wait for him to rewind this shit. I can't wait for him to rewind this shit.
Because, I'm sorry, because you didn't reciprocate what she did for you. That means you didn't care for her.
No, I show appreciation and value for
How?
her, but I didn't
How?
care for
Because
her.
you said thanks.
Because I said I appreciate everything she
Right.
did for
you
me.
told her, so you took the action.
I let her know I valued her.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Cut it out, buddy.
Facts never fail. You know.